they've had a benefit, for the past 16 months of significant multiple expansion. It's been a great stock. And last year, you had the migration from the older version, Windows XP, where they ended support, to a newer version of Windows. So you had some tailwind as you're transitioning more to the cloud. You had this benefit that's now dissipating, and no one was real sure just how much of a benefit that was versus, underlying PC demand. But when you looked under the covers of the December quarter, you realized that, wow, Windows was really down 13%, and Office was down 13% for commercial and 25% for consumers. So it kind of took your breath away, and then you realized that the really tough comparisons are coming up in March and June. So as we say, the honeymoon's over. You've got a tough transition ahead. And I think you need to get through the next 2 quarters before you kind of see things more normalized for them.
Now,
the European action is probably a slight net positive. Probably should have been done some time ago. They've got to do something to revive Europe. It's going to take a while to dig out of that hole, though. So I think in 15, we've just got to keep doing more of the same. I do not look, and I encourage the Fed not to raise interest rates sooner than they have to, because the underlying foundation here is not that strong yet. Maybe it will be later in the year as we see the very positive impact of gasoline prices work through to the pump. But right now, it's certainly not there.
I think it's obvious that the world is dealing with a deflationary situation. If you look at break-evens in the tips versus the nominal market across the globe, really. If you look at yield curves, which flattened across the globe during 2014, and you look at the price stats, the internet-based transaction of prices daily, it's 0 year over year. If you look at the dollar strengthening, that's deflationary. If you look at commodity prices collapsing really to multi-year lows, you wonder what they're thinking about raising interest rates. Their goal is 2% a year. You haven't been at 2% a year in like forever, and it's going the other way. So what is the logic for raising short-term interest rates? That's why the Fed raising rates in June is particularly dangerous, because the data may start softening then on the lag basis from the already baked in the cake drop in the oil price.